Time to talk to the money man for just a minute. That is Lance Hocutt from Lance Hocutt Financial Group. Good morning, friend. Roll Tide.
Good morning, Steve-O and Miss Dolly. Roll Tide.
She's tapping that app this morning. Well trained, isn't she? She does a good job.
That's right. I love that. Train him right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This morning, I wanted to mention out of the chute here, Lance, the fact that yesterday the S&P 500 hit a fresh all-time high. How about that?
Thanks to 10 stocks.
Yep.
That's it. The other 490 are still sitting near the bottom.
So 10 stocks made the difference.
10 stocks are making the difference in this entire market recovery, or the appearance of the recovery. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Zoom, Johnson & Johnson, and I'm just running those off the top of my head. Procter & Gamble, there are a couple of others. Those have taken a straight shot to the moon. Everything else is still sitting at some of its lows. So be careful and don't get lulled to think, hey, this market's great because it's 10 stocks.
Lance, I will never forget my high school economics teacher in the 11th grade, and the class went together as a lesson, and it was a good one, pooled our money, and we bought a little stock, and then we tracked it and traced it and learned about the stock market, and I thought that was invaluable. We need more of that.
You know, we do not do that anymore in high school, middle school, and unfortunately, I believe it's being shown today, and the savings rate is being shown, and how much cash reserves we have as a society, and how we continue to build that debt up and get caught in times of crisis like this. We need that back in our schools. We need to teach our kids better than what we were taught.
Amen. We've got a question this morning. It came in late last night, so this was on listener Nick's mind. This message at 95.3 The Bear is time-stamped 10:30 p.m. Listener Nick, he says, I have $1 million idea, but I need to know what's involved in getting a loan to start a small business. Listener Nick. Wow. $1 million idea there, Lance, he says.
$1 million idea. If it's really $1 million idea, I'm going to recommend he go see an attorney and find out, should he get a patent? Should he get a copyright maybe? And I'm not an attorney, don't play one on TV, so I may be using that term a little loosely, but some kind of patent to secure that $1 million idea so nobody takes the idea. There are a lot of attorneys out there locally that can do that. And then I would go to that bank and say, look, we started the patent process. Here's what we're doing to try to further the sale or the purposeful process of this idea, and then go from there. I mean, if he's making a widget, he needs to have a widget made so he can go to a lender and say, okay, here's my widget. I can mass produce it if I have A, B, and C, and he needs to follow that process to get it done. There are a lot of great lenders out there. And you know what, Steve-O? I love times of trial and tribulation, because what it does is helps us create better, faster, meaner ways do business.
That's right.
That's the entrepreneurial spirit of our nation, of our economy, and that's what's so cool. When we hit trials and tribulations in America, you know what? We don't just sit back and fold our arms up and say, okay, we're done. We find a way to do it better, faster, meaner, and that's what's so cool about his question and his tapping the app today.
What kind of collateral are they going to ask for if you go to get a small business loan from a lender?
Typically, your lender, if you're not an established organization or your company is not an established entity, which sounds like he's probably not, they're probably going to ask him to pledge his personal assets as part of collateral for any type of loan. So let's say he goes and establishes a S-Corp, a corporation, a C corporation, an LLC. Once he does that, he's going to get some protections. However, your bank or that lending institution, or whether it be a bank or a credit union, they're going to want him to sign on the dotted line for the collateral of those assets. So there's a lot of protection. I recommend that they put it in an entity, but he's still going to have his personal signature, maybe his spouse's signature to guarantee those loans.
And Nick, when you get ready to advertise that $1 million idea, you know who to call.
That's right. 95.3 The Bear, so you can tap that out. Man, they've done a relationship with us, and 95.3 The Bear, that whole group has been really positive, and I certainly appreciate it.
Hey, folks,
we're 2 days closer to Friday. In studio Friday, the Lance Hoka Financial Group clears through S.A. Stone. We are an independent firm. Folks, tap the app. If you are saving in a 401k, let us help you. If you're saving outside of that, let us help you. We'll be glad to do that. 205-345-9733. We look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Lance Hocut, LanceHocut.com. A more comfortable approach to all things money.